You can tune in all day here on Golf to relive incredible highlights from PGA Championships past, culminating at 9 p.m. Eastern with golf's greatest rounds. Brooks Koepka's triumph at Belle Reve back in 2018, and of course Koepka would go on to defend his PGA Championship the next year at Bethpage Black. So guys, we know this year he will be looking for the three-peat in 3 months' time. Paige, what we've seen from Brooks Koepka before the halt of the PGA Tour wasn't the most convincing display of golf. But right now, where does he rank in your favourites to go ahead and win the PGA Championship in August?
You know, in spite of the fact that we haven't seen great play from him, I still know that there's not a player that is better equipped to step up in a major championship than Brooks Koepka. So for that reason, he's still in my top 5 to 10 players to look forward to at PGA Championship. I think this break's probably been good for him to be able to reset his confidence level moving forward into these bigger events the rest of the year.
5 to 10? Brooks Koepka, the last I checked, the PGA Championship is a major. And also the last time I checked, major championships is where Brooks Koepka shines. I think he's not one of my favorites. He is still my favorite to win the PGA. Until further notice, he's my favorite to win every major for the next year or two. I know he wasn't playing well. He had a knee issue that absolutely can't be hurt by this time off. He was not, his timing wasn't so good. Again, can't be hurt by this time off. By the time we get to August and we get to TPC Harding Park and it's time for him to go for the three-peat, he's going to be fully ready. Absolutely my favorite to win.
No doubt, when you think of major championships right now in the modern game, you think of Brooks Koepka because he has dominated them over the last few years. But purely just going on from what we've seen from him so far this season, he hasn't yet notched a top 10 in the Banks, Damon. And when we look back at what we heard and what we saw from him from the Arnold Palmer Invitational, he had said that he just flew over to Las Vegas to go and see Butch Harmon to get another eye on his swing. He's obviously searching for something. But also what he said, he showed a bit of vulnerability. He said he just can't play golf right now. He can't trust his swing. He can't trust his game. He's lacking confidence. He just feels like he can't play. And for someone who is the almighty, intimidating jock, these are quite shocking words that came out of his mouth.
I appreciate his honesty, Anna, and the bottom line is he's just not shooting the scores. He's 182nd in scoring on the PGA Tour compared to 4th and 9th the previous 2 years. He's shooting 71.44 instead of the 69.3s and 69.4s that we're used to seeing from him. He just doesn't have the game right now. I'd still have him kind of in my top 10 or maybe outside the top 10, but behind the likes of Justin Thomas, Tommy Fleetwood, John Rahm, Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, Dustin Johnson. I can go on and on. Right now, he's not shooting the scores. TPC Harding Park's going to ask a lot of difficult questions of these players. And right now, Brooks Koepka, as far as we know, just isn't right.
He's certainly not ready right now. I'm giving him a little bit of extra time to get there, but I do need to see that swagger back. Anna, to your point, he hasn't been talking with much confidence. He's given us that vulnerability that you spoke of. And I need to see that cocky attitude once again in those press conferences and those interviews to really believe that he can be a favorite the way that Robert thinks he is.
Robert, how does Brooks talk like a confident jock? How does he have that invincibility when he comes out and says that he can't trust his game? How do you find that when you don't have that confidence within yourself?
Well, you know what it shows is when he was showing the invincibility in the past, he was being dead honest. He wasn't faking. He's not faking now. He wasn't playing well. Guess what happens in your golf career? It's up and down. And he doesn't, because he wasn't playing well then, and he told you about it, doesn't mean in his mind he doesn't know he's going to be back to where he was confidence-wise. And you know, it was getting about that time to rev up, and his game wasn't quite there because the Masters was going to be around the corner. The Players was coming right up, and he wasn't quite there. So maybe it was a little bit of a panic time at that point. But now it's the next major is August. He's had all this time, no worries in the world.
Well, Brooks Koepka going for the three-peat at TPC Harding Park in August at the PGA Championship will be probably the biggest storyline going into the event as the build-up continues. We cannot wait for it. Or hey, maybe it could be a first-time winner.